Welcome to a collective reading. Figured we will pull some cards for the first week of December, some collective energy. Remember to take what resonates, leave the rest. I am Kat. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you for joining me. If you're returning, thank you. I love you so much. Last week's reading was it was really intense. It was like some big realizations, some big releases. It was one of those, like, once you know something, once the clarity is there, once you know, you know. And it's time to release and move forward. It looks like we're starting this week with number 3, the Servant Queen. It says, divine, magnetic, valuable. You are worthy of beautiful things. Beautiful. We've got some manifestation energy coming in. Spirit reminding us to make sure that we are reminding ourselves how worthy we are and how far we've come already. What else do we got, please? Ooh. Number 6, the past, releasing, rebirth, and spring. And so I listened as my soul told me to let the past go so that I may awaken to how much I have grown. Yeah, I just totally got the feeling of like how far we've come or how far we've grown with this card, with the other card coming in. So there's definitely a like a release of the past, like releasing energy, releasing a part of the journey. Maybe that's been difficult, but that was entirely valuable in the growth and expansion process here. And we've got number 24, space, time, and self, infinity, reincarnation, and the 5D. It says, trust in the places you feel guided towards. Interesting. So there's some intuition energy here, something that you're feeling called to this week is no mistake, is no coincidence. Not that anything ever, I don't really believe in coincidences anyway, but this is asking, I feel like, for some flexibility this week. All right. Sometimes we've got to break out of a pattern or break out of a habit, even if it's just a habit of behavior, like a daily routine, something like that, in order to follow an intuitive hit. So if you suddenly get the impression that you should go to a different grocery store than normal, or go to a different coffee shop than normal, or take a different route to work, or whatever the case may be, it's about having the ego personality, the waking consciousness that you are in everyday life, having the flexibility of ego consciousness to follow those impulses, even though they're not part of the regular pattern. Sometimes we get very stuck in living out our patterns, our routines, going to the same places, doing the same activities over and over again. So let's get some tarot on top of these cards and see what they have to say. We've got the 7 of Swords, the Sun card, and the Moon card coming out on top of this Servant Queen card, the one that says divine, magnetic, valuable. That's an interesting dualistic energy with the Sun and the Moon card coming out together at the same time, and also with the 7 of Swords. What this card combination is really giving me with this 7 of cards with the Sun and the Moon card together is, it's like there's a tricky bit of energy to navigate with a manifestation, with law of attraction here. Between the known and the unknown, how to walk a path that feels mysterious, or not everything is shown about it yet joyfully, or like how do I say this? Come on. How to It's like once you've shined a light on something, you know the truth about something, either a truth about yourself, a truth about the future. Maybe you've got an intuitive hit that's telling you something, but it's like walking the path in mystery for a while. There's a tricky bit of energy here with a manifestation. Like you might know where the destination is, like you're clear about what you want, you know where it is you're going, but it's like the road to get there is not quite illuminated with it yet. It feels like if there's some big change or some big thing that you've been clued into, like especially with the way that reading was last week, that was a lot of releasing and realization. So this feels like there's a tricky bit of energy to navigate, like knowing the truth, having shined this light on it with the sun card, and but also but how to move forward with that, how to manifest it is maybe not entirely clear with the moon card coming out with it. And that's always a tricky bit of energy, right? Like you know what you want, but you don't quite know like where the path is going or how to get there. And not to let that confusion like steal the energy away from the joy of the realization. A big part of manifestation is blind faith, right? Let's see. Yeah. Coming out with that is the Page of Cups here. So this is either what we're manifesting, if that resonates for you, a person, an offer, an emotional offer, a lot of times connected with love or feelings. It could be a new relationship or something that you've realized that you want for yourself, or someone you've realized you want for yourself, with this Page of Cups. It can also I'm getting a bigger message though, that's like making sure, this is about making sure that we're making the right emotional offering for the manifestation, right? This Page of Cups, he's offering up this fish and we want to make sure it's the right kind of fish in the cup that we're offering up for this manifestation on this energy. All right. How about the center card here? This is the number 6 card, the past, releasing, rebirth, and spring. Something new is growing. Let's see. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Abundance and Resources, being resourceful. Let's see what comes out with her. Let's get the full picture, please, my friends. The Four of Swords. So resting, recovering, maybe meditating. Offering up some prayers, I just heard. The King of Cups coming in. The Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and some... We've got the Five of Wands coming in with this as well. Okay. So this center piece of cards here, it feels like... Oh, excuse me. We're releasing. That was definitely a release. It feels like we're releasing conflicting feelings here with this Five of Wands. Definitely. Excuse me. Sometimes it just comes out that way. Messages come in all kinds of forms, right? It feels like what we're releasing here with the Five of Wands on this release card is conflicting feelings with this Queen of Pentacles, King of Cups situation. And again, it can be literal. Take it if it resonates, right? This could be a situation with a person. Maybe this Page of Cups is a King of Cups to you. This development into a simple offer, like wanting it to develop into something that is emotionally mature. This can also be, I'm kind of getting releasing some conflicting feelings between the Queen of Pentacles is going to be very much about like 3D resources and abundance and the utilization of resources in the 3D. And the King of Cups is definitely going to be more along emotional currents. I would call these internal resources or emotional energetic resources. And so in the center of that, you have the Four of Swords that's looking very much like I literally heard pray on it, or so connect with angels and guides, maybe some meditation if pray is not a word that you're familiar with. Can you even see that? It's awfully bright. So some rest and some thought processes and some maybe journaling to help clear out the remainder of the energy of whatever we're releasing here. Conflicting feelings about either feeling conflicted sorry folks, but either feeling conflicted about wanting this King of Cups situation for whatever your reason is, or conflicting energy, like cross energies between the feelings, the emotional feelings of what we really want, and the 3D resources that are available to us that we think we have for making it happen. Bringing that into balance a little bit. Let's get this card over here, please, my friends. This is the number 24 card, Space, Time, and Self, Infinity, Reincarnation, and the 5D. Trust the places you feel guided towards. So maybe somebody is a reincarnation, a past life situation here. Let's find out some more, please, my friends. We've got the Emperor coming in. Definitely. What else? And the Nine of Cups. So that's definitely, that's that getting in alignment with your wish fulfillment. The Nine of Cups is going to be a manifestation or a wish coming true. And the Nine of Cups is, it's like getting in alignment with the Emperor energy. So getting in alignment with this King of Cups that's on your mind. And again, in tarot, the genders don't really matter, so apply it how it needs to. Somebody who's emotionally mature and balanced, somebody you've got your eye on, somebody in their authority. What else, please? Okay, the Chariot coming in with that. Yes, the Chariot says making some moves, getting a move on. Taking those, yeah, because this is on that trusting in the places that you feel like, that you feel drawn to, the places or the people that you feel drawn to card, right? So the Chariot is asking you to make those moves when they come in. Because with this moon and sun energy over on the other side, I feel like maybe the path towards the wish fulfillment is not necessarily clear. It might not be something, it feels like arranged in divine timing. So it's not going to be an immediately obvious path. So with the Chariot coming up on the Nine of Cups here, on this follow your intuition card, it's definitely feeling like follow those little impulses, because those impulses are what's leading you to the thing you're looking for. The manifestation energy coming up with the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is going to be walking away from things that no longer serve us, or leaving certain things or certain energies behind in order to move forward. So you maybe the I'm sort of getting the impulse, like the impulse that we're following here, maybe the impulse to, it may be literally like leave something behind. Only take that if it resonates, like leaving a job behind, or leaving, you know, a person behind, leaving a situation behind. That may well be the case, that if you're feeling the impulse to move on that. But it may also be, I'm also getting like, it comes through kind of like a walking away from a former version of self or old self. So that might well be walking away from a habit, like deciding that we're going to quit doing something, or we're going to shift away from a certain practice or habit. So I'm kind of getting something along the lines of like the impulse to set up with a therapist, or the impulse to look into a quit smoking program, or something to quit, maybe to take a break from alcohol, things like that. Why am I still shuffling? Because that card wants to come be our friend. It's the Tower. Something that was a shaky foundation to begin with, that wasn't providing the stability that we wanted. So again, that may well be a job or a living situation, or even a person in that case. Feels like it might be, huh? What's the top end energy here for me, please, my friends? What information can you provide? This says, this is the number 23 card, and it says positive-minded people. So this is going to be coming in with like the recommended energy, or things to focus on, coming up here this week. I'm going to put that right over there on top of the manifestation card. This is really wanting us to focus on the end game. And it's way easier when we surround ourselves with people who are supportive of the direction that we're wanting to go in. Basically, is what I get coming through on that. Is avoid the negative Nellies and the naysayers and the doomsday kind of stuff. Lord knows there's a lot of it out there right now, even if that's in your like your YouTube feed, or the things that you're clicking on. There's like so much of it is negatively focused. I would make sure that we're clicking on and filling up our feed, or filling up our lives, surrounding ourselves with people who are speaking positively towards the future. And keep that energy headed down the right path for alignment with this manifestation. It is all too easy to get in our own heads about things right now. Reliable, number 38. Yes. This card has a lot to do with showing up for yourself. It can be about like other reliable people in your life, but largely this card has to do with showing up for yourself, making sure that you are keeping your promises to yourself. So if we're doing this over here with the Eight of Cups, where I knew I was getting a feeling of like walking away from habits too. Like if there's something we're wanting to quit or focus on or do, like maybe that's just a commitment to rest and recuperate more, a commitment to self-care, a commitment that we're gonna go on those walks every day, or we're gonna do that exercise every day, whatever the habit is. This card shows up to let us know, like, be reliable for yourself. It's kind of one of those things like, I'm kind of getting it like, imagine your inner self as like a friend or somebody outside of self a little bit. And like, if you had a gym date with another person, you wouldn't just cancel on them. Like, you would feel bad doing that, even though for some reason it's we show up for other people. It's like way easier for us to show up for other people than it is for us to show up for ourselves. We like make a lot of excuses to ourselves. But this energy feels like it's asking you to treat yourself, your own inner self, like you would another person, and keep your commitments to self. More, please, my friends. Boundaries, number 50. Yeah, 100%. You can see this card. Hopefully you can see it. If you can't, I'll zoom in for it. you can see that this girl over here is holding the peacock that's got a little time, like a watch from its mouth. And there's actually like a path or a border in between her and the people that are on the other side of that path over there. So once again, this card is about drawing boundaries up to make sure she's making sure she's taking time for herself. She's going to put a barrier between herself and her time for self-care and commitments to other people on the other side of that path. I'm kind of getting, you know, sometimes when we're walking away from a habit, it's easy. All right, come on. I'm kind of getting this story through of like, there may be certain people or social things in your life that the habits are associated with. And so I'm kind of getting a feeling of like friends that normally meet up to go to lunch, but you know, you almost always end up eating things that aren't healthy for you, or you know, the kinds of friends that are social drinkers, like you get together with them but it's almost always to have over a beer, things like that, things that are triggers for the habit, like putting a boundary between some of that for a little while, the things that were habitual, in order to get yourself, sorry about that, in order to get yourself focused in on self and keeping your commitments to self. Interesting. Let's get some tarot for these ones as well. Can you elaborate, please? Yeah. The Eight of Wands is coming up on that positive-minded people card, which I love because for me, the Eight of Wands is a card of swift-moving energy or being in alignment. When energy is in alignment with what we want, it moves quickly. Manifestations move more quickly. And so the Eight of Wands, all of the rods are in alignment and all headed in the same direction. Unlike this Five of Wands over here, where they're all crossed because people are battling against each other. Let's get some more, please. The Emperor coming up again. And the King of Swords. That is a lot of Aries energy, isn't it? And it's a lot of that divine masculine energy coming in, with the Emperor twice coming up, now the King of Swords as well. So this is, it could very well definitely be a person that you're manifesting. Yeah, Lovers on the bottom of the deck. So if this is your person or your love situation, it feels very much like keeping a positive mind and surrounding yourself with uplifting people, positive-minded people. Getting that energy in alignment is really a swift victory with bringing this person into the picture. Alternatively, it also feels like I'm getting something about sovereignty on it as well. Clarity, authority, sovereignty. So we could also very well be manifesting, if this is not a person for you, a leadership role. Let's get one more, please. Yeah, the Strength card coming in with that. So finding our own strength, finding our inner courage, and learning to be graceful. It feels like grace through chaos. Grace, how do I want to interpret that? It's like the ability to wield authority and truth in a leadership role in a way that is gentle and kind, to lead people with love, right? Which I feel like that is the role of a light worker, right? To be a spiritual authority, to have the clarity and be a leader out there right now, especially in the world, but to do so gently, with love, with positivity, but with like positive minded people. We've got the Magician coming up on this reliable card. Taking everything we have at our disposal and manifesting what we want out of it. What more can you tell me, please, with this? The Death card coming up. And the Ten of Wands coming out with that. This is feels very much like an energy or a message of stay the course. You know, the Death card and the Ten of Wands coming out together is is very much like you're almost there, you're almost done. This ending and this completion of this manifestation with the Magician is like coming to a close, and it may have felt like a laborious process to get there, but Spirit really wanting us to be reliable with ourselves right now to keep the energy going in the right direction. You want to give me one more on that, please? Please. The Two of Swords coming out with it. Yeah. And this is giving me another feeling of like almost reiteration on the like maybe we can't see the path moving forward. She's blindfolded and has to make a decision. Sometimes I feel like the Two of Swords is a card of needing to trust your heart. She's going through an initiation of having to choose what she's going to do here on this Two of Swords without being able to see the outcome or without being able to see what's going on around her, really having to feel intuition wise, use her heart to make that choice. So I feel like that's very much in alignment with the card that's over here that says, what does it say again? Infinity reincarnation in the 5D. It says trust the places you feel guided to go. Because the Ten of Pentacles is coming up. That's on that boundaries card. Let's get some more information on that. The Ten of Pentacles being obviously like the legacy we leave, building a legacy. Health, wealth, and happiness. What can you let me know about that? Four of Wands. Beautiful. Coming out with that. Four of Wands often represents a marriage. But it also can be like a completion or passing the test, crossing the finish line. And this card, I'm really drawn to like the doves and the light on this. Let me like take a closer look at this card right now. Because it's almost like there's a flame within this circle. So it feels like with the doves and the flame, for some reason it's coming through like peace, like bringing like a legacy of peace or building peace, maybe for yourself by drawing boundaries. Maybe your Ten of Pentacles lies along the lines of building and creating peace or sharing messages of peace right now. That's Ace of Pentacles coming in with that. There's an opportunity within that for you. 100%. Okay. Yeah, so maybe being at peace with the outcome of drawing these boundaries presents the beginning of an opportunity. That's a 10 of Pentacles worthy opportunity to be cultivated and worked on here. Seven of Wands coming up with that. Stand your ground. You've got the high ground. Oh, really? It feels like whatever boundaries that you're drawing right now, whatever it is that needs some separation for some self-care, some being reliable for yourself and following that intuition to do that, even if it feels like a bit of a tower moment. We did have some of that energy happening in the last collective reading we did. The Seven of Wands coming out on top of this feels like don't back down, don't stand your ground, because you actually have the high ground. Whatever boundaries you're drawing is you're perfectly within your right to do so. And separating out from that energy, making those separations, whether it's from a group of people that help perpetuate a habit or whatever the case may be, that's like there's an opportunity for completion. It's like that's the thing that was waiting to happen in order to usher in this new opportunity that leads to the Ten of Pentacles kind of energy for you. So follow your heart, follow your intuition on it. I love that. It's such a precipice energy, you know. Why am I still shuffling? Ace of Swords. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. This is a truth, a clarity, and a victory, and a brand new opportunity. The Ace of Swords. Use this Ace of Swords to cut out whatever it is you need to cut out, and don't feel too gross about it, because it's literally your high ground. I love that. Don't be in your head about it. Don't have the conflicted energy over it. Spirit really wants you in alignment and being positive, being surrounded by positive-minded people at this time. Beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to get these cards here are just some cards that I wrote some words on. Sometimes it helps give people the little hit. It tells people those little synchronicities sometimes. Let's see what comes out for everybody. Shall we? Yo, a flipper. What is it? Okay, now it wants to hide from me. Well, if you want to hide, then hide. I'll pull you out later. Yeah, definitely. Oh, crikey. So we have rest. Can you see it? Can we see it? Where should I hold it? It's so bright. There, rest coming out with that Four of Swords that we had earlier in the reading. Rest and some self-care. Please. Protection coming out. There it is. Oh. It's the yes card. Excellent. So that's why it didn't want to come out earlier. It flipped, but it didn't want to come out. And that's because it's whatever that yes is an answer for whatever it was you were thinking when that protection card came out. So if you were wondering, I wonder if it's protection from this, I wonder if it's protection from that. Whatever it was, the thought that you were having right there, the answer is yes. Yes, yes, yes. What else? Enjoy. I heard also enjoy instead of enjoy. So an I-N, joy. I think that's the protection. Or rest. Rest in joy. That's really funny. I just was putting up my Christmas decorations today, and I just I got a little light up yard sign that says joy, so it's out there. Wait. What are we waiting on? You want to tell me? I feel like it's wait on that intuition to strike. Follow the impulses. And affirm. And create. Yeah. Perfect. So nothing terribly specific coming through with that, but a reiteration definitely of the message. Rest, be in joy, wait for those impulses, affirm, create. A lot of manifestation coming through on that. Let's get a closing message really fast. Thank you, my friends. What can we let people know as a closing message? It says, in your heart, you know what is good for you and what makes you excited to be alive day after day. You need to trust your dreams and follow your instincts. If you don't, you'll only end up making other people's dreams come true. Interesting. And definitely on message. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my friends, for those messages and for working with us. We appreciate you so much always. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you always. Like, subscribe, share, all that fun stuff that helps spread the energy around. And we will catch you guys next time.